Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Today we're going to take a look at the moon astrology for each of the 4 weeks, starting in February 28th and finishing up on the 27th of March. We'll timestamp each of them individually for you. That way you can have a monthly astrological planner to work from. If you could please hit the thumbs up right now, and I want to encourage you to leave a comment so that you can be in the contest for the free drawing. So we start off with the moon in Aquarius on the 28th of February. Moon in Aquarius. All right, so that moon in Aquarius is going to conjunct Mercury. It's going to conjunct Saturn. There's a lot of energy around being able to do some planning, some really good problem solving, but it feels like you're really going to be working with your spirit guide team to do this. This seems to be a reoccurrent theme for this energy, and so it's definitely about getting in touch and brainstorming. And I feel like the brainstorming could happen, so your spirit guide team could be bringing you information through actually brainstorming with other people, or you sitting down and picking up the pen and paper and just start writing down whatever ideas that come to you. However it is that you brainstorm, I find that I get a lot of great ideas in water, swimming, or in the shower. I get a lot of brainstorming ideas that come through, and so that energy is around here. And I do want to encourage you to try to use the shower as a way to do that, because you have the ocean muse, water wisdom, intuition, hermit's light, and discovery. And so I think these ideas and information could come to you that way. You have astral travel, and so it could also happen in your dream time. Astral travel, freedom, traveler, and the inner dreams. And so really getting in touch with yourself and what it is with that north node in your sign, what it is that you really, really want to do. What is it that you want to create for yourself? Where do you want to go? And there's a real need here to really touch base with who you are on a very core level in order to start manifesting what it is that you would like. The moon moves into Pisces on Tuesday afternoon, but Tuesday is Fat Tuesday. So here's the thing about Fat Tuesday. With the moon moving into Pisces, that is some really, watch out for overindulgence. So, indulge, have fun if you want, but just be aware that that could be something that is a possibility to put on a little weight. This is really interesting. So the moon in Pisces, you have the journey card. You can't read that, but that's what it says. It says journey. Here we go. Half the journey is the path to finding it. Half the treasure. I think the deeper you're willing to go into your own emotional waters, using your intuition, I think you discover something about yourself that's really, really important. So the moon in Pisces, we finally have Venus that rules your sign, getting out of the shadow. She moves past that 26 degrees of Capricorn in 29 minutes, and she's into fresh territory. She has spent the last 4 months in Capricorn. She was there when you had that eclipse in your sign, and she's been working on something really important for you. And being in Capricorn, which is trying energy for you, this is definitely about you connecting in with your higher self, because the 9th house to Taurus would be Capricorn, especially if you're a Taurus rising. And anyways, it's that energy around learning more, researching, understanding, connecting in with the divine in a communicated more communication that way. And so I feel like this whole moving into this energy is really working for you. You've got Mercury in Saturn. Mercury in Aquarius is going to conjunct Saturn at 11:33 in the morning on Wednesday. Wednesday is the day of the new moon. And the new moon happens at 12 degrees. So that new moon is actually in sextile with Uranus in your sign. And sextile energy is energy of choice and decision making. So it's pointing in a direction and the step in the direction that you want to go. This is a very important time to plant your seeds of intention. And it's not too long later, just a couple hours later, where it is in conjunction with Jupiter that wants to expand. And then just a couple hours after that with Neptune that wants to expand. And so there's a really expansive energy here. And it is a Cassimi new moon. Cassimi new moons have a lot more potency for a half hour before and a half hour after is a really great time to take a moment, take a breath, and sit down and literally write out what it is that you want to plant your seed of intention for. So, new moon happens at 12:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. Adjust for your time zone. There's a calculator in the description box below because I can't do that. You have here for that new moon, you have endurance. It says, hold on, you can do this. It's the cactus flower and the calla lily. So a cactus flower blooms once a year. Well, I guess it depends. Christmas cactuses only bloom once a year. That's the ones I'm familiar with. Calla lily, rejuvenation. So, and again, in the desert, it has that same energy. In the desert, there's a long, long dry spell, and then there'll be a random huge storm, right? And that is when the cactus flowers will bloom. And so there's a rejuvenation that comes where everything springs up, and for a hot minute, no pun intended, there's this energy of expansion and growth and rejuvenation, right? And the seeds get carried away and planted, and they wait for the next rainstorm. But here you have reawaken and then stand stronger. Hold on, you can do this. That's Taurus energy if I ever heard of it. So there is something that you've been wanting to do, wanting to make this change. You've got this energy that's really supporting it. That Pisces new moon is also in trine with the South Node in Sagittarius and Scorpio that wants to help you to let go of what's holding you back. It's almost like the anchor gets released. If you let it go, the ship can move forward. So, what is it that you want to reawaken? Where is it that you want to stand stronger? Where do you want to journey to? There's a journey that you're going on toward the North Node. Think of it as your North Star. And meanwhile, we've got Venus going to conjunct Pluto on Thursday. Mars is going to conjunct Pluto. This energy is, and while all this is happening, the moon is sextiling this energy. So where do you want to go? Where do you want to make the transformation? How do you want to get there? It's really, really the question of the week. It really is. So it's a week for planting your seeds and nurturing your relationships, your projects. What is it that you want to do? What is it you want to create? The moon moves into Aries at 7:22 p.m. on Thursday. Friday is your get her done day of the week, especially if you have passion for a project. And it's so funny because you have enthusiasm as your card. So this is a great time to be enthusiastic about a project, maybe a partner, something, maybe it's a relationship you want to rejuvenate that's getting ready to go on a new leg of the journey here, because we have a lot of romantic energy this week with Venus conjuncting Mars. For several weeks, they're going to be holding hands, having conversations with each other, with Pluto that wants to make transformation, with Saturn coming up here that wants to help you build a structure that works. And so there's all this energy around this, and honestly, the energy this weekend is very romantic. So I celebrate everything in my life, and I live in limitless joy. The more you seek what makes you happy in life, if you use that as what is the North Star for you, if you follow the happiness, you follow the joy, you will be on the right path always. So choose happiness. What gets you excited? What are you excited about? What are you enthusiastic about? The moon's going to still be there on Saturday. It's still, but gets into Taurus at 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So, Moon in Taurus is very sensuous. You got Venus and Mars that are conjunct each other, still in Capricorn. Well, they just get into Aquarius. They get into Aquarius on Saturday. So, well, 1 o'clock in the morning. So 1:23 a.m. on Sunday and 1:30 a.m. They're both in, they come into Aquarius. So they're holding hands. They're actually conjunct exactly at 2:12 a.m. on Sunday. And then right after that, we've got the moon moving into Taurus. So there is some really great sleeping in, snuggling in with your partner energy going on Sunday, so you should try to enjoy that while you can. So let's take a look at the next week, which is the 7th of March through the 13th. So that moon in Taurus, you have rising above the fray and curiosity. The curiosity, though, is about a stranger. It's a stranger, curiosity, and rising above the fray. The energy this week is really, really sweet. So, what is it, or who is it, that you're passionate about? So again, project, new idea, relationship, current or new, doesn't matter. If you haven't been spending enough time with your significant other, take the time to reacquaint yourself with your significant other this week. So I feel like really touching base is going to be really helpful to you. On Monday, we have the moon in that sextile energy of choice with Jupiter and the sun and Neptune. This is very expansive energy. This is very light and bright energy. This is emotional energy. And we also have the moon going to conjunct the north node. So what direction do you want to go in? It's going to be opposing the south node though, right? So what can you let go of to make you lighter and brighter and easier to soar higher? So there's a need to get reacquainted with what it is that you truly want and you desire. We've got so much energy around that. So much energy. That moon is going to trine Pluto that wants to help you transform things. I have to say, if you're in a business where you do marketing or networking or anything like that, great energy for that the first couple of days of the week, especially on Tuesday when that moon moves into Gemini at 1:40 in the afternoon. It's going to be trining Venus and it's going to trine Venus and Mars. Mercury moves into Pisces at 8:32 p.m. on on Wednesday. So this amplifies your instincts, your intuition. There should be very heightened. I feel like that you should be able to reach out and connect in. Whether it is a one-on-one partnership or you're networking, trying to do something for business, great energy. It's very practical and problem solving, especially on Thursday. Great practical problem solving energy coming in. I think that the first 4 days of the week are really great for building on something that has the need of a little bit of structure, and it's got relationship written all over it. Again, business or personal, networking, relationship, something. So, you have the flicker. Okay, so here's the thing about flicker. We have those around here. I'm not sure. I really want to check this out, but I really think this is true. I'm not sure who builds the nest. I think that the male does. But I'll walk in the woods, and the little flicker will have its head out, and it's so you can't miss it. And he's calling. And I feel like he's like, hey, baby, I got a house here. You want to come check out my pad? That's what it feels like. So every time I'm out there, because I'm like, dude, you're not hiding from anybody when you're up there making all that noise sitting in your nest. And then I started thinking about one day, I'm like, maybe he's trying to get a mate. Come check out what I can offer you. And so it has this energy of if you're making a plan and everything, it's almost like putting it out there like, this is what I can do for you. You have the new growth of the robin. Potential is on the horizon. Reach out and embrace it. The flicker says new rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. And you have the Swan, talking about being willing to adapt and recognize the beauty in a situation, right? I'm thinking of the ugly duckling right now. The Swan is graceful. And so something that you thought maybe was a dud has this opportunity for new growth, for new ways of attracting to you what it is that you need. There's a real ability to focus on your problem solving, to build structure around it. That moon trining with Saturn there, like how do we build the structure? And the moon then is going to square off with Pluto to transform a situation. So really great business energy this week, really great. And then the moon moves into Cancer. Now that moon in Cancer is going to trine Mercury up there in Pisces, and so your intuition on Friday should be very heightened. This should also bring together some of that divine masculine and feminine energies more into balance, because you've got the masculine and divine feminine energy of Venus and Mars hanging out in Aquarius, which is a yang masculine energy. When you've got the moon and Venus, this helps to balance it out a little bit. And that moon's going to trine over the weekend. It's going to trine with the sun. It's going to trine with Pluto. It's going to trine with Jupiter. And so I think Saturday's kind of a lazy, quiet, down day. Take a nap if you want it. I'm saying that to you, Taurus, and you're like, yeah, I don't take naps. Think about it. It's okay to take a little downtime. Might be a good weekend to just get away and catch your breath, right? It might be a great weekend to reconnect with your significant other and just get out there and enjoy yourselves. You do lose a day, an hour, because daylight savings time on Saturday, it comes back into, oh my God, look, you have the soulmate relationship card. It might be a really good time to connect with your significant other. It says new romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. On Sunday, the sun is going to conjunct Neptune. And I think you get a lot of insight. I think you get a lot of insight about a lot of things and what direction it is that you want to move in and where it is that you want to go with things. And it just looks super positive. All right, let's take a look at the next week. We're going to take a look at the week of 13th through the 14th through the 20th of March. So we have the moon that moved into Leo late on Sunday. 4 o'clock-ish on Sunday afternoon. And this is a week that you're going to feel like you're in a pressure cooker. So I really hope that you took the time to enjoy last week. You will have appreciated that, because that moon in Leo is really stirred up. It's going to be opposing Venus and Mars up there in Aquarius. It's creating, so you have this opposition, but it's creating a T-square with Uranus in your sign, Taurus. And so power struggles, big power struggles. So hopefully you've connected in and reconnected with those in your life that matter to you last week, so that you guys can ride out the storm. This feels like a powder keg, like anything could set this thing off, because the moon is going to be very irritated by what's going on up in Pisces, the sun and Jupiter and Neptune. It's going to be, oh God, irritated by Pluto that wants to create. There's a lot of irritation and frustration, like trying to get a plan off the ground, but not being very successful with it. The moon's going to oppose Saturn. It's like, I thought I had this all worked out, and things aren't working, because I think people aren't necessarily going to be doing what you want them to do. Because in life, really, the only person we can make do anything is ourselves. And so I feel like you're going to be kind of feeling like you're beating your head against a brick wall. Take a deep breath. It's just a couple days. The moon will transit out of there. Look, you need to focus on your health. You have the apple dragon health. Being really frustrated and upset, Taurus, is not good for your blood pressure. It's not good for your immune system. I just want you to breathe. Honestly, the tightness in my chest is really bothering me right now. So They're power struggle. And if you know it, because you're watching this, mark it on your calendar or something to remind yourself to be extra patient, extra Taurus today. Not the bullheaded part, the patient part. Because like I said, it won't last. Because that moon is going to move into Virgo. That is energy that flows with your sign. That is supportive energy. So hang in there. And that happens at 12:59 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So happy to say Daylight Time. On Wednesday. And so the struggle to make a plan fall into place will still be there, but now the energy is flowing with you and it's moving toward that north node. So yeah, you're going to be the moon's still going to be opposing Mercury, which got into into Pisces. I don't even think I mentioned that. Got there last week. I didn't mention it. Okay, good. So now that moon's going to be the moon, though, is in Mercury's home sign of Virgo. It has two home signs, Gemini and Virgo. And in Gemini, it's very curious and wants to explore and everything. But in Virgo, it's very analytical and it wants to create a plan. And so with the moon there, even though it's in opposition, it's trining the transformative energy of Pluto and Uranus over the course of the next 2 days. I feel like the structures that you're trying to put into place, you may feel like, oh my gosh, this piece, it's almost what I've seen as a jigsaw puzzle, and you keep trying to put this piece in, and it's not fitting, and you're like, if I pound on it hard enough, it'll fit, but no, because it actually doesn't go there. And if you take a step back, take a deep breath, and take that higher perspective, rise above the fray and look at it, I think you see what the move is. I think you see exactly what you need to do. When we're leading up to a full moon, and when the full moon energy is always like the big push right before, it's almost like the birthing of a baby, right? Like all of this labor pains and then the relief, right? And so there's that energy leading up to it this week. That full moon happens on Friday morning. Really early, 3:18 in the morning, Eastern Daylight Time, U.S. It's trining the North Node in your sign because it's in Virgo at 27 degrees and 40 minutes. The North Node is at 27 degrees. And so it's also sextiling the South Node, which is about making choices and decisions. Full moon's about releasing. South Node is about releasing. And so it's about releasing and letting go of things that are holding you back. And so if you can just take a deep breath and breathe through it and release and let things go, what happens next is freaking magical. You have here new wonders, the ferns, awakening dreams. See a little pair of geese there? And you have stretch and explore. There's opportunities to move into different directions than you thought of before. I think if you can open yourself up to being a little more versatile, a little more open, things fall into place. That piece you're trying to fit in, it doesn't go there. For whatever reason, that's not where it fits, but it's still part of the puzzle. It needs to go somewhere else. There's a piece that goes there. And so I think the higher perspective you get, you have the mystic star for this. The mystic star. That's the North Node in your sign. Harmony in the home and great friendships. Something doesn't fit quite the way it should, but you can figure this out if you can just step back and give it a little bit of space to allow things to fall into place the way they really need to. So, moon moves into Libra, really kind of early in the day, 7:26 a.m. on Friday. This helps us to bring balance. We've got the moon in Libra will be trining Venus and Mars in Aquarius. Okay, that's going to make it feel a lot better. It trines Saturn in Aquarius. This is a good flow of energy that helps you to balance the divine masculine and divine feminine energies. Great problem solving. The divine masculine energies is like, I need to take the action. The divine feminine is, what do I desire and what do I desire to create? what is my self-value, my self-worth, and self-esteem? And then Saturn says, well, what's the structure that you're going to put into place to create this? And so Venus is going to be squaring Uranus in your sign, but Venus rules your sign. So she really wants to put the pressure on to create the change that matters, the change that you truly desire, the trying to get you to where it is that you really want and need to go in this lifetime. What is the big desire? So you have meditation to see more clearly, close your eyes. Howlite. This is howlite, by the way. It's this little black and white stone. And I think it's important to note that it's got that harmony, right? That yin, that yang. This week, the more you breathe and take a step back and take yourself up out of the situation, even if you only do it for a moment at a time, the more clarity will come to you because you have fertility. You have fertility. This is sacral chakra. This is creation energy. This is what Venus is trying to do when she is squaring off with Uranus in her sign, your sign. With the moon in her other sign that she rules of Libra. Venus has been running the show for over 4 months now. Venus has been trying to get you to make a major change. Venus is so much support coming for you. Let your life burst forth from the seeds of creation. It's just a matter of you knowing what it is that you want and focusing on it. Putting in the extra effort. So, we have the spring equinox on Sunday. It's at 11:33 a.m. That 3-3, that is the energy of creation. That 11, that's that spiritual gateway. There is a spiritual gateway to creation that is coming in with that equinox energy. This is truly amazing, and it happens just a few minutes before the moon moves into Scorpio. So, spring equinox is at 11:33 a.m. Get yourself outside if you can and celebrate the moment and help to rebalance your energy, connecting with spirit. That would be that meditation energy. And meditation can simply be taking a walk and just letting your mind go where it goes and not try to control it and see what happens for you. All right? Okay, so let's take a look at the next week. And we'll talk more about that moon and Mercury. 27:45. Okay, so welcome to the third week. Oh, sorry, the fourth week. We're at the fourth week already. Okay, so fourth week, moon in, I think it's in Mercury, Scorpio. This week is definitely about paying attention to the details. If you do that this week, you win the week. So details, and more details. And as I say that, I look down and I see what the card says for the moon in Scorpio. So the thing is that we've got Mercury up in Pisces, and it's going to conjunct with Jupiter early in the morning. So overnight, your dreams, super important. Pay attention to your dreams while you're sleeping, your dreams while you're awake. That moon in Scorpio is going to be opposing on Monday, Uranus in your sign, and it is a T-square. That is the outlet. Where does the outlet come out? It comes out at Venus, Mars, and Saturn conjunct. This is energy of intuitive problem solving. The meditation that they wanted you to start last week, continue this. Make this a moment again this week where you take a breath. Is the details, but it feels like the details of what is coming in, and pay attention to your intuition. You have a drift in the shallows. Take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. The details that you're supposed to pay attention to this week is, where do you find the joy? Where do you find the pleasure? Where do you find the satisfaction? In the small moments. It is about getting in alignment with what your heart truly wants to lead you and guide you. That is what the North Node in your sign is all about. That is what the North Node in your sign is all about. So, that moon's going to be hanging out there in Scorpio through most of Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, it gets into Sagittarius at 2:59 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, U.S. Mars is going to square Uranus in your sign. That is a lot of itching. It happens at 4:44 p.m. You can't make this stuff up. That is like angelic numbers, right? So the angels are supporting this energy around wanting to make a change. Venus is supporting it. Everybody's on board. Are you? That's number one. That being said, again, paying attention to the details. The details about what it is that brings you the joy and the happiness, and the details about what people are saying to you and how are they acting. Mercury is going to conjunct Neptune on Wednesday with the moon in Sagittarius. This is that's square energy. Okay, so the moon, how you feel about what Mercury and Neptune are talking about. Listen to your intuition, because there's a lot of opportunity for lies and manipulation that happens when Mercury conjuncts Neptune. So, really listening in and feeling into that energy. Looking for, you have the unicorn purity coming out here. What is the purity of the intention? What is the purity of the words that are spoken? What is the purity of your actions? Don't try to manipulate people this week. You shouldn't do it anyway. But this is a time where you really want to be paying attention to not doing that. Truths are going to come to light. We've got that moon squaring off with Mercury. We've got that moon squaring off with Neptune, and they're in conjunction. And so this is some really tense, difficult energy. Be aware. You have here flexibility and purity. Your ability to, it says the truth comes, I wrote, truth may come to light was what I wrote down for this day. And all I noticed on there is all that light. The purity of what it is that you truly desire and you want. Pay attention to that. That's how you manifest and create it into your life. At the same time, be flexible in your approach to it. Again, rising above the fray. That puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit doesn't go there. It belongs in the puzzle. It just doesn't go in that spot. So there's a flexibility that needs to happen here. But again, the details. Paying attention to what it is you truly want. And paying attention to the crap people are saying. It's going to be interesting. Okay. Moon moves into Capricorn at 5:54 p.m. on Thursday. And the energy for Friday and Saturday is really challenging. It is energy that is supportive of Taurus. So it's challenges that as you overcome them will benefit you. I truly believe that. They can be successfully managed. But the moon is going to be squaring with the sun, and so that always sheds light on something. And the moon is going to be trining Uranus in Taurus, your sign, and so it wants to make changes again. And the light is going to shine on something. I think you'll know what change to make. That flexibility comes into play here too. Are you willing to maneuver around what needs to be done? I think we feel like we start to get things under control on Saturday, but obstacles. The mountain goat overcomes obstacles, but it does it by using its fishtail of intuition. It is very important that you're in touch with your intuition and that you are following it in order to make your choices. Overthinking it is not going to be how you are going to be successful. Being aware, paying attention to your gut, to your intuition and to the purity of what you're doing and what other people are doing. You know, Dear Spirit came out. You're only a second video, so I could say every video, but this is what I would totally think is what is necessary to manage this energy. The Dear Spirit says, bring a gentle touch. There is potential for some really big explosive energy. And the more you walk softly through this situation, the better I believe you will do. So you have the koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. The turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace, that flexibility. Give in a little bit. A softer, gentle approach is more flies with honey, they just said. But that being said, do it in balance. I'm not asking you to give away the honey jar, but maybe a teaspoon of it. We have the armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. There should be a buffer zone, right? Where you can give some and it doesn't impact your boundary. And if someone has gone through the buffer zone and they're there, then you say no, right? I can be flexible up to a point, but then no, you hit my boundary. So recognizing where that is going to be really key to managing this week. On the moon's going to move at 8:55 p.m. on Saturday into Aquarius. We're going to cover a little bit more about that when I do next month's. But what is significant is that Mercury moves into Aries. So on Sunday. So here's the thing. Moon in Aquarius is a good day to journal, to communicate, to problem solve. Those are good activities for that. But Mercury in Aries, things are going to pick up speed really fast. Really, really fast. So the more ducks you get in a row before we get to the end of the month, the better off you're going to be. Get on top of your game, do some problem solving, be prepared. It's going to get really busy. When you have the Mercury and Sun both hanging out over there in Aries, it's busy and it's fast. Lots going to be happening. So, and there's no real good governor to slow this energy down. It's going to be very supported by what Venus and Mars are doing, and so things are going to get really fast. So heads up on that. I will see you guys back here next month. I am going to do the monthly reading for you. That'll be the tarot reading. That'll be coming out soon. Don't forget to leave a comment so that you can be in the drawing for this video for the Equinox that's coming up. And I'm on Facebook. I'm there every day. I do little short videos, usually short videos over there. That last full moon, it was long. And that's about it. So I look forward to spending more time with you. Check out the membership portal. See if that's something you would like to do to support this channel. I'd love to have you along. And if you are a subscriber, hit all so you'll be notified. So you know when your sun, moon, and rising come out. I'm only going to be doing the 2 series of videos here on YouTube because I just need to create some space in my life so I can take care of my own physical body. All right, you guys have a great month. Take good care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon.